Hi, Catherine Villiard here, and yeah, I've been watching a lot of AuthorTube lately for reasons. And one of the things I've been seeing a lot is how hard it is to find critique partners and how hard it is to find people who are willing to, look at your work and give you an opinion. And since I have a little bit of experience with this and also a cat who's trying to join in, I thought I would talk about what I did. Well, the first piece of advice you usually get is, you need to make sure everyone's on the exact same level. And you need to go ahead and make sure that everyone is published, and you look at their publishing resume. So you read their stories and you audition them, and then you let them know if you've decided whether they're cool enough to hang out with you or not. Honestly, that just didn't work for me, because I don't like telling people they're not cool enough to hang out with me. It's the worst. Just because someone is a good writer, that doesn't mean that this person is nice. And it doesn't mean that this person can give good critiques. One of the best critique people we've had is the wife of the writer, who was actually there to be critiqued. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So what I did is I went on to Meetup and I said, hi, join my critique group, meet other writers, exchange critiques. And people started showing up. And, obviously not all of them work out, but to be fair, it's kind of self-selecting because, some people are a match for the group and some people aren't. And some people want critiques. And some people want to be told that they're a genius and their work is perfect and how did you get to be so brilliant? And no, I'm sorry. We're critique partners. So yeah, we're going to tell you what's wrong with your work. I'm sorry. I will say that something that's very important is to not allow people to be dicks to each other in your group. I know someone who was told in her critique group, your writing makes me want to gouge my eyes out. That's not helpful. That's not helpful. You don't want to tell people, I used to write like you when I was 6 years old. Fortunately, I got better. No. If you're in charge, just stomp on that. Don't let people do that. If these people stop writing because you've discouraged them, then, they're not going to get any better. And if they don't get any better, well, this person might have ended up being your favorite writer ever. Who knows? You don't know. Just don't be dicks to each other. You're there to help each other. Ultimately, I have some friends who have, set up like the little note, the thing on the bulletin boards in local bookstores, critique group starting. And then they get together and see if they gel. That you can do that. You can do like that. There's, you can go to Meetup. You can do things. Just meet other writers and see if you gel with group. I like in-person groups where you can see each other's faces because, the critiques sound a lot harsher if in email than they do when you're sitting face to face because, you can see the person's body language and you can tell they're trying to be helpful. So here are the rules that worked for us. Basically, you show up, each person gets 5 minutes to talk more or less uninterrupted. I mean, they can ask the author for questions. We're not crazy. We don't discuss whether or not we know what dim sum is while the author is forbidden to speak or anything like that. We ask her if we don't know. You talk uninterrupted for 5 minutes and nobody at the table is allowed to tell you you're wrong because it's your subjective opinion, and by definition your subjective opinion is not wrong. Now the author may not agree with you, but you're not wrong. And then we go around the table. And then we go around the table the other way the next time because it stinks to go last. We try to say what we liked about the work as well as what we didn't like because honestly, you do not want people to edit out the cool bit because nobody told them it was cool, and that has happened. They've come back with the same chapter and they cut out the cool part. What we also do is we have volunteers. We take 3 every 2 weeks. And each person submits a chapter of their novel or a short story, and there's a word limit of 10,000 words. Because of this, we go around, and it does sometimes get confusing. Okay, I read the last chapter of this like a month ago, so I've forgotten what happened. I use, Dropbox. We share each other's stuff. We do not read our submissions to each other. We don't have time. It takes so much longer to read it aloud than it does to read it on the page. So we make it available a week ahead of time, and then you have all that week to read 30,000, up to 30,000 words of everybody else's submissions and figure out what you're going to say. And, the actual critiques, you can put them in a dark grimoire that was bound with human skin. Or you can type them up all nice and neat. Or you can get their document and you can leave inline word comments. Or you can just have a general sense of what you intended to say and wing it. We're easy. We're easy. We don't care. We just want substantive critiques. The group is mostly focused around developmental critiques. My feeling is that if you do a lot of line edit, copy edit stuff on something that needs developmental editing, they're just going to add more typos later and fix the larger issues, fix the macro issues first, and then, yeah. We do have people in the group who prefer to give line edits, and that's fine. I'm easy. So just experiment with people. Experiment. You build the group you want. You don't spend all your time trying to find the perfect group. You create it. And don't stay with toxic critique groups. If you don't like it, start a new one or find another one. Just don't listen to people who enjoy tearing you down. Anyway, this is Catherine Villiard on how to find a critique group. I hope that was helpful. And if you like this video, click the feed my ego buttons where you click like and subscribe. Do all those fun YouTube things that make YouTube think you like me. And I will talk to you later.